Hello you perky pandas, and welcome to me playing Stardander Revenant, a game very reminiscent of Long Live the Queen, where you get to make choices for your character, but there's also a battle aspect to this as well, which was missing in Long Live the Queen. So I really enjoyed that game, and I'm pretty sure I will enjoy this as well, if there's battles in it. So hey, let's have a look, shall we? Let's start in the empty slot. Oh no! Oh no. I'm about to die. Again! I'm about to lower the audio, because it's just creeped up a little bit. There we go. Apologies, Griselda, you carry on. The closest horror reaches for my throat. Its scabby hand, long and disfigured, its nails unnaturally sharp. How did I get myself into this? I guess it all started with failing that class last term. That's it. It's a pretty interesting class. You fail it and that's it, you're just dead. My boots clunk. No they don't. I'm going to lower the music just a touch more. Just a touch. There we go. Just a little bit. Sorry, Griselda. I just keep interrupting you. I do apologise. My boots clunk heavily on the stone steps as I trudge into the great hall and collapse to a bench with a sigh. The room is full of breakfasters and chatter about the Hallows Eve bout. Any luck with you know what? It's hopeless. I'm failing again. Yesterday I tried to ask a simple question after class and was instantly shut down. Beatrice pulls a piece of parchment covered in violet writing from a pile on the table. Hey, the team that wins the bout is excused from finals, right? And they get cake. Even Professor Blantrey can't fail you. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to work out if it's a B or an R. It's gotta be B, about, right? But obviously it's not connecting, so my brain keeps saying it's an R. Okay, even Professor Blantrey can't fail you if you win the bout. How does that help me become friends with Dianthus? What are you talking about, Zelly? If you flunk Blantrey's class, you're in deep newt slime. It is really, sorry, it's really distracting. I know, but suddenly a brilliant idea strikes me. A grin spreads across my face as I stare at the bout sign-up sheet. It's the perfect plan. I can avoid failing that horrible class and become friends with Dianthus all at once. Hello, Zelly? I leap to my feet and search for my target. She's alone, as usual. Not eating, of course. Just poring over a ridiculously large leather-bound book. Here we go again. I freeze. She hasn't seen me yet. Let's see. Let's sneak up on her. Why not? I'll pull out my wand and work a light camouflage, one of my specialties, ducking behind some seated students. Slowly. Hello. Dianthus slams the enormous book shut with a thump. A silver summoning diagram glints on the cover as she hurriedly shoves it into her bag. What do you want? Be my partner for the Hallows Eve bout. We'd be elemental, and I really need to win. I flaunt the parchment sign up form, but she only pulls a bowl of what looks like congealed stew closer and starts poking at it with a spoon. Dianthus rises from the bench, chin high, in a way she probably thinks is imposing, but it doesn't do much to even our height difference, if I'm being honest. You know what you are? A grum-grum. A foolishly tall grum-grum. So, I'm a grime puff that lives in dirty places, but at least sorta cute? No, you're a pest. Wouldn't team up with you if you were a fuzzy fuchsia toadstool. For the last time, I don't like you. Is there anything you do like? You're always alone, always frowning, barely eating. It's really not good. I like lots of things, quiet things, small things. You are neither. She sweeps away with a swish of her cloak, but it's a small, unimposing swish. I let her go, for now, but I need her help, and I know she needs mine. October the 3rd. I bolt through the bustling castle corridors, barely keeping my speed below a run. The bell tower is ringing 2 o'clock already. Push open the doors to Professor Dare's office, almost falling over as they swing more easily than I expected. I'm here, I volunteer. I'll clear the forest this week. You? Good. I was hoping we'd get more volunteers. What are you doing here? If Dianthus sees me in action, maybe she'll reconsider being my bout partner. I make an old-fashioned military salute, fist over my heart. We air witches have a bad image, you know. I had a sudden burning desire to make myself useful for once. I'll believe that when I see it. You two will be on forest duty tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. Follow Professor Clear to the egress point, and be prepared for a battle. We have lots of woodland fae coming through the area lately. Earth types? These fire spells will make quick work of them. Already planning to let me do everything, and don't call me that. Professor Blantyre is holding a battle demonstration for the upcoming forest clearing. Should I attend? No. No, I'm just going to go straight in for the battle, and if I die, I die. Of course, why would I want to spend more time with Professor Hextree than absolutely necessary? Okay. We got this. I'm a master of battles. Normal, please. The original flavour. Nice, I like that. So you do this a lot, huh? Leave the safety and protection of Professor Dare's territory. Fight wild fae that could tear you to shreds in an instant. Nervous much? Feel free to go back. I'll tell Dare you fled like a griffy bow. Come on, a student died on the way back to school this term, you know. I know. That's why it's more important than ever that we make the forest safe. Ah! They're just imps. Pummel them with enough fire strikes and they'll be banished like any fae. Okay, I'm assuming it's turn-based, yeah? Sense will not only identify the imps but also clear away the illusions like those pesky shadows. You may take unlimited actions each turn. So we've got cast spell. Right. When you're done out of mana, end your turn to regenerate mana. Okay. Okay. So what's this little wolf? No familiars. Unbelievable. Right, so we want to sort by mana, name, class. So I'm just trying to work out how I would actually want to do this. Let's go by name, I guess, for now. Attract draw object spells to target. It can redirect enemy attacks to an allied witch. Creates magical barrier, temporarily protect yourself from damage. Sends all of the witch magic in a single focused attack. Oh, unfocused attack. Let's cast difficult to see, especially when not moving. Make a target more. Okay, yeah. Creates glow of light. Can allow you to see in the dark. Possibly blind. Adds illusion shadows around your party, make it difficult for enemies to see or hit them. Kind of like that. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll also do one of them too on you. Nice. Strike. Nope. Burst, that's the unfocused one. Fast speed allows you to communicate with targets, even if they do not speak the same language. Nice. Restores health. Strengthens targets, connection to the Fey world, increasing their mana regeneration. Nice. Pact. Attempts to create a pact with a Fey, turning it into familiar. Nice. Let's see. Sense allows you to detect nearby life forms, filling the stats, clearing any illusions. So that's something we want to do. Get out. Let's see. Earth. There we go. Vulnerable to fire and air. Okay. Thanks. So we're going to go down here. Strike. Bolt power. Projection. It's fire, so I'm assuming it's fire type. Yeah, let's do it. Stick for you for now. Let's bully you. And you missed. And you missed. Try again. Oh, okay, you get to choose. Ah, interesting. And you missed again. Is that because he's got the illusion? Is that what it was? That's what it was, wasn't it? Because I'm a dum-dum. Right, in turn. Haven't got any items, have we? Nope. They're getting closer. I can see that. Their reach has eventually, but not before I've gotten a bunch more strikes in. That's fine. That's fine. So I need you to get rid of that, and then we'll see if I'm right as far as that goes. Yep. And one more. Yep, you got one more. Dead. Another fate banished. Elemental. So you don't have that, do you? It's tempting. Got magical barrier. Let's see. Do you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's blind him. Then, because we've got shadows, right? Let's do that again. Makes it hard for them to get me. Do a little burst. Missed. Well, that is my fault. Perhaps you could do something useful and attract the enemy's attacks, and don't forget to put up some barriers. Oh, I'm way ahead of you. Way ahead of you. Don't you worry. And we're going to burn this guy. Nice crit. So shame I can't just stack these. Because like you got here the mana. You can change the elemental type. Not a problem. But you can't like double the mana. So. Because I didn't. Well, unless it did say to the hits here. But I'm pretty sure it's just one hit. That's it. Huh? No hits? Can take it away. Maybe I could have. I'll have a look next time. Griselda felt there. Good teamwork. Dianthus has a slightly sad expression on the face and gained nothing from the battle. Okay, Griselda found Bella Leaf, Sprig of Ravinia. Dianthus found a wild Daphnia petal. Yay, +1 heart. Yes, we did it. You really need to learn how to fight back. How can you be a 5th year and never have taken a single projection class? As we pick our way back through the forest, Dianthus says nothing, walking ahead of me, her mouth set angrily. Do you ever feel bad for them? Who? The Fae. Why should I? They aren't killed, just banished back to their own realm, where they belong. But what if they had a life here? Families, babies? Dianthus turns on me suddenly, scattering fallen leaves, and fixes me with a withering stare. They kill us, Griselda. Fight or be killed. Several months earlier. My new boots are dusty and have given me a blister on my little toe for the last 2 hours. How much farther? We're almost at the Dark Forest. Ugh, that far. Probably won't get any more battles to break up the monotony either. We banished a few lesser Fae in the morning, but this close to Stardander. Oh my god. Wanted to say Santander, the bank. Suddenly, the ground shakes under my boots. Earthquake? Get down, into the bushes. Boom, 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 boom. What are you doing? Suddenly, huge crashes through the underbrush. Oh my god, I'm having a hard time apparently. Knocking aside a small tree with a sharp crack. I stare. My feet won't move. Suddenly, the air is full of magic. The huge creature barely flinches, barreling straight towards me. It's too strong. This area is supposed to be cleared. Put up your defences and run. I tried to remember my barrier spell, but my mind is frozen. I smell charred wood and armour grease. Griselda, run! So many teeth. It's so close I could count them. Am I going to die? Move! Pushed over by something coming at me like a cannonball, I land heavily in the bushes. When I turn to look through leaves at 6th year, I vaguely notice calmly sending spirals of green connection magic from her wand towards the monster. Let's create a pact. Count. Okay, you could. There you go. You could do it. I'm just blind. Dianthus is attempting an earth pact with Nightsbane. Dianthus successfully formed a pact with Nightsbane. Nice. Vulnerable to the earth. How did you do that? The trick is to understand the Fae and not panic. I look around. All the other students have fled towards Stardander. Only the trampled bushes, broken trees, and a few smoking leaves will remain. I'm Dianthus, entering my 6th year. You're a 5th year? You just saved my life. Next time, don't freeze up. You could have defended yourself at least. Before I can speak, she is striding off through the forest. I pull leaves out of my hair and hurry to catch up. As I trot after Dianthus into the entrance hall, Professor Dare's voice blares over the fast speak system. Attention students and teachers. Attention students and teachers. A student has died. She was killed by an abnormally strong wild fae while returning to school today. A vigil will be held for Phoebe Corrow this evening at 8 o'clock in the Great Hall. Please attend with your wands. A jolt pierces through my centre. Suddenly the entrance hall feels very cold. That was almost me. Inexplicably, I am on my knees and shivering. Griselda, are you alright? Did you know her? The one who died? I'm suddenly aware that tears are dripping off my chin. No, I didn't know her. I'm alright. I'm fine. I'm not fine. My head is spinning. But I raise it to look for Dianthus. She's gone. A touching moment, and I can't read, apparently. Apologies for that. You may choose which classes to take this week, Griselda. If you study hard, you may learn new spells by the end of the week. Witches have auras that determine their proficiency at magic. Mana is the strength of their aura, and how many spells they can cast. Contentment is how fast their mana grows over time. Their personality affects the hue of their aura, bravery, intelligence, kindness, and creativity. The hue affects the strength of the elemental spells, elemental throws, barriers, pact, and summon. Okay. You see what spells witches will learn at what level of each class in the spells list tab of the encyclopedia. Right, suggest, no. So we can do, I'm assuming we do 2 of, wait, oh, is that it? Or can I do like that? Aha. So I want a bit more. Can we just do a lesson on kindness? No, we can't. Ability to connect, understand, communicate, kind of like that. Ability to sense, understand, and communicate with the world around you. Transferring strength to another, change objects from one form to another. Right, definitely going to go for one of projection. Flying on a broom note. Exercise yourself to find power plus 10 mana per class. Huh. Kind of want spirit too. Yeah, go on, let's do that. Let's do that. Offensive magic and hopefully get some familiars. I want you to make more of an effort in your remedial connection classes. I've had a poor report on your enthusiasm and attendance from Professor Blantrey. You mean Professor Sourtree? Your attitude is part of the problem. I won't hesitate to hold you back if you fail his class again. It's absolutely fine, don't worry about it. Bonding and pacting in Wild Fae is not an easy process, as you should know firsthand by now. Every type of Fae is unique and has different conditions under which they will be bondable or pactable. I square in my seat and glance out the window. Professor Dare wants me to take this class more seriously, but I've never been good with earth magic. At least the Dianthus is here, at the desk next to mine. Although you can barely tell, she always sits at the back and never says a word. Can anyone tell me the difference between bonding and pacting and how they are related? Dianthus? Glance at her. She is writing in a notebook and doesn't look up. The classroom is silent for a long moment. Blantrey frowns. Even more than his usual frown, that is. Anyone? Come on. Psst. Why are you even in this class? Aren't you an expert with pacts already? I can't pact to save my life. Literally. Huh. Though I did a pretty good job the other day, right? Shh. Maybe I'll volunteer every week. We'll become an unbeatable team. Oh, protectors. They were just imps, Grit. Did you hear the question? Pay attention. Under what conditions would you attempt to form a pact with a Razorbeak? Dianthus? There is another long moment of silence and everyone turns to look at Dianthus. She's not getting out of it this time. Instead of answering, she shyly raises from her seat, her eyes still fixed on her notebook. I will never pact a Fae ever again, Razorbeak or otherwise. Ever. Wild Fae are evil, creatures who kill people. They should all be banished. By the end of the speech, she is staring hard straight at Professor Blantrey, eyes full of fire. Never seen her look so passionate, not even when telling me off. Everyone turns to Professor Blantrey. This is not going to end well, but he speaks quietly and slowly. I can scarcely believe I'm hearing this from you, Dianthus. Just last term you loved Faye, and even bonded a Fae-touched hair. I once had high hopes for you as an Earth Witch. His low tone suddenly turns cold. Not to worry, I'm more than used to being disappointed by my students. Please report to the Mivettes tomorrow evening for detention, both for shouting in class and for being completely and utterly wrong. Would I defend her? I know that's potentially the right thing in some ways to stand up for it, but it's not right in my view. I would want to make pacts with them, so I'm just going to stay quiet this time around. A half-hearted apologetic smile. Think that's funny, Griselda? Don't think I didn't notice you talking in class. After failing this class last term, I'd expect you to pay more attention. You'll be joining Dianthus in detention tomorrow. Perfect. Class is dismissed. We trudge down the steep stone steps into the dungeons, and the landing door creaks ominously as we push it open. And don't forget the cells, they love dark corners. Seriously? Clearing grums from the dungeons? This place is a labyrinth. Believe me, I know. Done a few detentions down here before. You talk too much. She points at one that a section of the stone wall that seems to be covered in a blackish moss. Oh, they're sleeping. Dianthus waves her hand, and a small burst of light washes over the moss. Black stuff pops off the wall and forms into a dozen little black spheres, wildly dashing this way and that. Begone! I raise my own wand and they vanish with a puff. A spell doesn't need an incantation. But isn't it more fun to say begone? Sometimes it's better to not say anything. If you didn't talk so much, we wouldn't be down here right now. Hey, it was you who went and yelled at Professor Cranktree. I mean, it was fantastic, but a downright death sentence. Shades. If you hadn't been bothering me so much already, I might have been able to control my temper. Uh-huh, right, definitely. You couldn't possibly be filled with a deep hatred of Wild Fae or anything. Dianthus strides ahead of me down the dark passageway. Why do you hate them so much anyway? Look, there's a lot active here. Make yourself useful. Or are you too much of a kindred spirit to them? In answer, I vanish a huge swath of the scuttling creatures along the floor ahead. We move along pretty fast, clearing passage after passage full of gloomy gargoyles and empty stone sconces? Sconces? Sure. I wanted to say scones. Scones? Wait, where are we? You tell me, aren't you down here all the time? But that... what? Could have sworn this passage led back to the stairs. Dianthus glances around, holds up a wand, making it glow a brighter orange light. It must be this one. As she turns into another corridor, but stops short as she sees it end almost immediately in a prison cell. Oh no, I've heard of this. What? Some parts of the dungeon are supposedly hexed and can trap you down here forever. Dianthus' eyes suddenly go very wide. She stops walking. But I think the counter-hex is to think happy thoughts aloud and walk backwards through the last passage you went through. Dianthus squeezes her eyes shut very tightly and starts stepping backwards slowly. Grummellows. Grummellows. Can't stifle my laughter any longer. Grummellows, as in the chocolate sweet with the weird faces. You're laughing. Wait, that's your happy thought? Grummellows? I'm laughing so hard now, I'm not looking where I'm going, and bang my head hard into one of the stone sconces. Ouch! Shades! It's her turn to laugh now. Forgot how tall you are? Serves you right for trying to trick me. Trying? Troublemaker. No wonder you're in detention all the time. Stop messing around, let's get out of here. You know exactly where we are, don't you? Yep. Last spring. So, we have to help these gargoyles grow their precious crystals. It was completely worth it. Did you see the expression on Professor Clear's face? I'll never forget it. For a moment we channel magic into the budding crystals in silence. Phoebe kneels to inspect an area behind a large pig-like gargoyle on a pedestal. But maybe next time we should just play along with the crystal readings. Why should I? It's bogus and everyone knows it. That's not real magic. You're so brave, Phoebe. Not really, I just don't like wasting time. In magic too, much stronger than I'll ever be. What? Shades, D. Even Professor Grumptree says you're one of the best Earth Witches at Stardander. Huh, Grumptree. I wish I could speak up like you. Say what I think. My fire magic doesn't hold a candle to yours. Tell me your secrets. My secrets? I guess I just don't care that much? Maybe that makes me a bad person. I work my way across the wall to the other side of the pig goyle and look behind it at her. Phoebe's red hair moves gently as she works, shining in the dim light of our wands. You've been standing up for me ever since first year. I don't know what I'll do next year without you. Come on, you'll be fine. You're so cute, Dee. Ouch! Phoebe bangs her head on the pig goyle's chin as she stands up. And you're so clumsy. She rubs her head, tussling her silky hair, then returns to our task. We finish with the last crystals in amicable silence. Elemental. Let's call it a night. Want to swipe some grommelos from the kitchen? Dibs on the purple ones. I'm actually going to end it there. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not as dark as Long Live the Queen. I mean, that game was literally just about doing everything you can not to get murdered. It does look like it will potentially get a bit darker later on. That's something I will say, but it doesn't look like it's going to go crazy dark. I think this is going to be quite a chilled out darkness, if you ask me. But overall, no, I like it. It's fine. Again, it's the problem with a lot of visual novels is that for the character voices, I do wish there was voice acting. Narration stuff, not a problem. Like, even if it's like this bit here, it's like I open my eyes and all that kind of stuff. That's fine, having to read that yourself. But when it's voice dialogue, it should really be read out by the characters. It is a bit frustrating. Is it going to put a lot of people off? No. Is it going to put me off? No, I'm used to it. But it still doesn't mean that I'm just happy about it. It's just a preference. I would like to have character voices. It just adds more to the game that way. But as far as the game goes itself, the battle system is simple enough. Simple turn-based stuff. It seems like when the enemies get closer, that's when they do proper damage to you or more damage to you. Could even be instant death. I doubt that very much that it would be instant death. But yeah, it's simple enough. You can stack them, as I found out in the end anyway. You can actually stack the attacks, so that was just my fault on that. We're taking it one by one, so just ignore me. It would be nice if it was clearer, if you had the arrows to the side though, instead of it just being like the little gemstones almost, and like clicking those how many times you want to do it. You could just click them or click on the arrows just to try and make it stand out a bit more, just to save any confusion or just time in that case. But the doing different classes, selecting what you want to improve on, that kind of stuff, I really like that. I do like adding that extra bit of customization. Plus it adds a bit of replay value too if the classes are different and the dialogue within those classes are different as well. So it's just a nice way to go down different routes. I like that kind of thing. But yeah, it seems solid enough. I believe it's quite short though. I think it's only like 2 hours or 2.5 hours at most. So that's just something to be a bit wary of. But it is just a spin-off of another Stardander game anyway. So there's that. If you want a fuller experience, you'll want to play that one. But yeah, it seems pretty cool. Seems pretty interesting. Anyways, thanks for watching everybody, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.